Hi folks, hope you guys are having a great time. So, as you may have already know that I have completed 5 years of my YouTube journey, and you already know what happened in the first 4 years because I shared that in a video, and I thought of taking a moment and get you up to speed on what happened in the last time. Also, I left you guys in a cliffhanger in the last video because I was in Dubai at the time and I wasn't sure what's going to happen with my life. Today, you're going to know. So, before we get started with what happened with 2023, here is a quick recap on what happened until 2023. So, here we go. About 30 million years ago, I was born in Sri Lanka, somewhere in the middle of this beautiful island. And then I did my school and everything somewhere in the middle and moved to the capital, which is Colombo. And there I graduated, did some awesome projects in the first job I did, and then around 2018 I started my channel. So I also released the first game that I worked on in the company as well, which is called Nero, and by the time it was around 5 years after the graduation, so I was thinking about having a change in my life. So I was thinking about either moving out from the country and go somewhere else and maybe do another degree or a job. I was actually undecided, but then while everything was going well in my personal life, the country went downhill. So Sri Lanka was facing a financial crisis and everything was short in supply, power cuts everywhere, protests everywhere. So it was hard to focus on the work when the whole situation is unstable. So this situation expedited my intentions of moving out, and then I sold my home in Sri Lanka and flew out to Dubai because Dubai was the quickest and easiest for us to get visa for a relatively longer period. So we went there, and that was the story until 2022 October or November, as I remember. And that's when I did my last update on my life in this channel. So in Dubai, now let's get into details. After moving to Dubai, actually it was great. We had lots of fun. There were shows, desert safaris, visited the top of the world in Burj Khalifa, aquariums, the list goes on. And I was able to focus on my work as well because I no longer had to worry about power cuts or anything there, so it was great. But I did not want it to be a permanent destination because even though the city is great, I just couldn't picture myself raising a family there. So the next destination. So while we were in Dubai, I got visa to Canada. So we packed up the bags again and flew out to Canada. And Vancouver was our destination. That was the longest flight I had in my life. It was alright, except yeah, see, it was freezing. Either they were trying to prepare us for Canada or Canadian winter, or maybe they're just trying to kill us. I don't know. It was freezing cold. And yeah, we landed in Canada, in Vancouver. It was really great to see some trees after staying in a desert for more than 3 months. So we stayed in a hotel until we find a permanent place. And finally, we came to Vancouver looking for an apartment, and then we visited a place, and this is what we got. This is the view I got from the apartment. So I realized at the time, so this is where I want to live. So this is where I'm going to raise my family. So that was decided at that moment, and yeah, from that point onwards, that's where I live, in North Vancouver. I still remember the feeling I had when I saw this view for the first time. It was fall in 2022 when we landed in Vancouver. So we started experiencing seasonal changes for the first time because we are from Sri Lanka, which is a tropical island. We don't have any seasons. We just have a rainy season and a dry season, but other than that, it's just pretty much same throughout the year. It's warm and it's same. So also my daughter started going to pre-kindergarten. It was the first time she was away from us, even though for a couple of hours. It was really hard for the first couple of weeks, but now she loves going there. And then winter. So in no time. So this is also the first. We experienced the magic of the first snowfall. And as I heard, usually Vancouver does not get much snow, but in my first winter, we got a lot more than a regular snowfall in Vancouver. I think it's really great having these different seasons throughout the year because it keeps things novel, it keeps things different, which helps us to keep our minds refreshed all the time. So I guess we can be more productive in that way. So yeah, and again, spring and summer. So in the spring, I got my new license and then a car. So we started traveling. It felt a bit awkward to drive on the right side of the road at first, but I was able to get away quickly because in Sri Lanka we are driving in the left side of the road. Maybe that's because of the colonial past. So we had a couple of road trips around BC. Man, BC is large, couple times larger than the country, the whole country, and it's just a province. So yeah, we went to different regions in BC, somewhere Lilut and Osoyuz and some other places. So by now we had pretty much restored our regular lifestyle we had back in our home country in here because we started traveling and we started enjoying the country basically. So as the summer started, I joined the hiking club in my company that I work and hiked all around BC. So here are some of them. We did, I think we started with Norman Falls and then Golden Ears and Chiam Peaks, Joffre Lakes and Matia, I don't know how to pronounce it. Matia maybe, Glacier, Brunswick. So Chiam Peak it's really pretty. The views are great. Even from the beginning, the views are great. But to go to the starting point, you need a 4x4. Otherwise, it could be a little tough. At the top, you could see the whole 𝐂𝐚𝐽𝐽𝐸 area and some mountains in USA as well. I remember seeing the Baker Mountain from the top and the Rockies, the Canadian Rockies. And another one is Brunswick. Man, this was the toughest trail I think I did in Canada. It was especially closer to the edge, closer to the peak. It was brutal, but the view is worth the effort. This is near the Sea to Sky Highway in the west coast of Canada. So you could see the entire area, including the Vancouver Island from here. And then we also did this Joffre Lake and Matia Glacier. This Joffre Lakes, it has the bluest water I have seen in my life. And this guy, look at this guy. We met him at the top of the mountain. This Matia Glacier is at the end of the trail. You have to hike through all three Joffre Lakes, and then at the end there is some more that you can climb up, and up there you have the glacier. So as the summer was getting closer to the end, my wife was entering the third trimester for the second baby, so I was no longer able to go on hikes that were further away, but I wasn't really ready to let go of this beautiful summer sun that easily. So I started doing the grouse grind and the BCMC trail, which are relatively short hikes and conveniently located around about 10 minutes away from home. So I did them like 2 to 3 times a week Also, you can do them after work because in the summer it doesn't get darker until like 9-10 p.m. So we have plenty of daytime. And finally, we received this bundle of joy. So it's a boy. Yeah. Now I got one from both. So I guess that's enough for this life. So as the family gets bigger, we had to move to a bigger apartment. But don't worry, I didn't leave the side of the mountain. We just moved to a very close another apartment with a bigger floor area. That's all. Actually, believe it or not, I moved the whole house with this baby stroller. Well, actually, we didn't have much to move, so it wasn't hard. But it took maybe 20 trips. And with all these things going on, I was consistently working on the channel as well. So I had released around 350 new tutorial videos and gained about 3.1 million views and 93,000 hours of watch time and earned around 28,000 new subscribers. So finally, I hired an editor for the channel as well. So I hope the quality will be improved in upcoming videos. So yeah, that's all guys. So despite everything went down, it was a pretty productive year, I think. And as always, thanks for being with me. You guys are the best. You deserve a lot more from me. So I will do my best to bring more good content in the future. And I must mention that the financial support I got from Patreon and YouTube enabled me to swiftly navigate through all those challenges that I had to face through the year. So for that, I am forever grateful. So let's see what future holds for us. Until next time, have a great one. I am Tilna Premasiri. Code like me. Oh, CLM.